Hello, lovelies. Welcome back to the channel. Let's jump into a fall closet audit. So I have talked a lot about in the Easy Outfit Edit series, getting ready for fall and then quick tips for fall styling and just different ways to kind of make styling in fall very easy. All right. So I should have actually put this video out before that, but it's okay. We can still do it. This video is going to be me diving into the closet, removing all of the summer pieces, and then looking through the fall pieces and making an assessment on how they are going to serve me this fall before I put them in the closet. And if they make the cut, great, they go into the closet. If they don't make the cut, I have two bags I'm going to pile up. One I'm going to send home to my niece in Chicago, and the other I'm going to let my daughter look through, and whatever she doesn't want, it's going to go to donation. But actually, before I say go to donation, I'm thinking about reviving my Poshmark closet. So if I do that, the closet will be linked below, and then anybody interested in looking at the pieces, you can shop the closet, the audit. So that's one thing I may end up doing. But in this audit, a couple things I'm gonna do in this audit that I would suggest you do the same if you have not already done your fall audit. First thing is make the assessment of what you're pulling out of storage or whatever you're swapping in, taking summer out, putting fall in. You're going to make assessments before you start putting anything back in the closet. First thing is does it fit? Sis, if it does not fit, gots to go. Just drop it right in the pile. No questions asked. Second thing is ask yourself, did I wear this piece last fall? If the answer is no, you didn't wear it last fall, sis, drop it in the pile. If you ask yourself, did I wear this last fall? And the answer was, well, I wore it a couple of times, but I didn't reach for it, that often. Then make the assessment. Can you style that thing 3 different ways right now with what you currently have in your closet? If the answer is yes, give it a try. So put it in the pile to be hung up, okay? If you cannot style it because you don't have anything that works with it anymore, maybe you've purged during the summer and you got rid of some things that you thought could have worked with it, however, whatever, that means that it needs to either go, or you can also do a second part of this assessment, which is once you identify the gaps, okay, the gaps you may be able to fill, and then they could work with this piece. But don't work too hard. Don't think too hard on that. We're not saving anything that you're not going to wear, you can't fit, and it's not going to work with what your current closet or your current aesthetic or your current vibe is, okay? So those are the first couple questions you want to ask yourself. The other one is, now that you are transitioning these pieces into your closet, look at what you really, really have, okay? After you've determined, I'm going to wear these pieces. I've worn them all last fall. They're my signature pieces, my solid pieces. I know work. Then you're going to ask yourself, okay, what do I need, right? What are the gaps in between what you're pulling out of storage or you're pulling out of your fall closet? What are the gaps here? And the gaps, we're not looking to just buy more. We're looking to see what you did not have last fall and what you need this fall in order to add, just to make work with what you currently have. So those are the few things I'm going to keep in mind as I'm making this assessment and as I'm going through the fall closet. Summer pieces, I'm going to try to kind of look through what I'm going to, like, do I even need to store this or not? But literally my summer closet was really good and I kept everything. So we're going to just go right into fall. So check out the video as I'm kind of going through assessing. Here's some of the little thoughts that are coming out of my head, some of the tips and tricks, and then we'll come back to me and then we'll wrap this all up. So we are going to start on this shelf because this is where majority of the summer clothes are. I'm also getting a pile together for my oldest daughter, and I have a pile on the floor for her. So she's also in her minimalist bag, and so I have some pieces already that I have started to put to the side for her, and it's stuff that I bought. Like, I felt like, yeah. So this leather jacket from Lucky Brand, I think it's super cute, but honestly, it's just the color is not right for me for how I like to style myself, and I like a jacket like this to fit a little bit more oversized. So that is going to be something I sit to the side for her, along with this Banana Republic vest that I actually had 2 of these. I had bought it in a 6 and a 10. Why, I don't know. I think an order came late or something and whatever. So I'm going to give her the 6 because I wear the 10 and it fits me really good. And this Minari I think it's the brand, how you pronounce this, the Minari cropped trench, that I thought was really, really cute. And I did rock it a couple times last season, but it's just not the vibe for me now. It looks a little bit more, I guess I want to say classic than modern, if that makes sense. And I think the vibe I would like to go for with my crop trench would be more of a modern vibe, a little bit more funkier. So I had knits and stuff over here that I had kept, so we're gonna move those to the side and keep that out probably or keep that in here for now. So actually I won't even take that out. I'll leave that and we'll just go for the summer pieces. Okay. So and you've seen the piles pile up. So we're ready to get rid of the stuff, and then we have identified some gaps. So I looked through my fall closet as I was pulling things out of the storage, and I realized that I have a trench that I love and I have for last fall season, but I'm thinking I would like to elevate the fall trench a bit because I'm watching the trends, and I'm not really a trend girly, but I do like the vibe of the longer trench coats for fall. I already was wearing long coats for the winter time, so I don't really need to make a big transition there. But for fall, I kind of would love to have a longer trench that is maybe like ankle length, maybe not even that long. And I don't know if I will make the investment because I actually have a really nice trench. But if I don't make the investment this fall season, maybe during the holidays, I will find some sales and then I will grab pieces that I need to fill the gap. Okay. So the longer trench, that's a, wish list thing. A really, really nice chocolate brown boot, preferably maybe knee high length because I wear a lot of skirts and dresses, and I feel like that is going to be the vibe. And I don't have a chocolate boot that is high like that works with that type of look. I have some ankle booties, but I think honestly even those I need to exchange because I feel like either my foot got bigger or just them shits is just getting small. I don't know what it is, but I feel like I need a new chocolate booty as well, so I may need to replace the ones that I have. And I also have a tan pair that they both kind of are. I don't know, I've had them for maybe 3 seasons now, I believe. No, I'm lying. I've had them for 2 seasons, and I just feel like they are they are a bit worn. So it could be time for me to make the investment to donate those and then add a new pair in that fits the vibe and just kind of fits a little bit better on my feet. So we'll see, but those are the two potentials as well. Even though they work for now and I could just make do, but we will see. And I got them from Lloyd, both pair, the chocolate brown and the tan ones, and I absolutely love them, and Lloyd is a very good brand. So I may even go back to them to find my replacement pieces. So that would be good. Chocolate boot and the booties. And I'm a flat shoe girly right now because I walk on cobblestone every day, and that just fits and it just works for my lifestyle. So I'm not looking really for a heeled shoe, but if I find one that's really cute and comfortable, I'm not knocking that as well. Other things I need to fill the gap, and I need a chocolate brown handbag. I don't have a really nice, rich chocolate brown handbag. I have a tote that's suede and it works, and I love that. But I feel like I would really like a handbag to wear when I'm just kind of on my weekend things and just out and about, not really for work because I carry the chocolate tote for work. So these are just some things that I have identified that I think are gaps right now. Now, there's no pressure to get them, but they are gaps because I would love to see some styling around those different things because I definitely will wear my booties and my boots with leggings, dresses, mini skirts or things like that. So they absolutely would work in my closet and they would be a vibe for this fall or winter season. I think that's about it as far as kind of the gaps because I already have all of my basics like my long sleeve shirts, turtlenecks and things like that. I've had those from the last season and they're working, they're serving me, they're good to go. I got a lot of them from COS and a lot of them from Zara. So very good quality. I love them. They've been working, like I said, so I don't really need any of that. I would like to have a very nice pair of barrel leg jeans that are long on me. I had to cut the ones that I had into jorts because they just were not fitting. They look short on me now. I don't know. I had them for 2 years, I think, and they started to look really short. Maybe it was only 1 year, but they just started to look really short on me, and meaning they weren't hitting the ankle like I wanted them or like below the ankle like I wanted. So a really nice pair of long barrel leg jeans would be really good for the fall season. And I like the jorts, and I can wear the jorts with a high boot in fall still and just kind of rock out with that, which is really cool. But I need a new pair now that I cut those up, and I had gotten those from Zara, I believe. So that's a gap there. I think overall denim wise, I'm good there. I don't think I need much more of that. Some really nice trousers. I have a blue pair that are blue and white striped, but I would really like to have a nice solid blue color. As well as a nice solid black pair. Those are just wish list items, but I noticed I don't have a black pair in my closet, and I don't really wear them that much, but I do like the vibe of a nice trouser with a sweater and things like that. So we will see. I do need another leather moto jacket or bomber jacket. That would be a definite gap filler because I have a leather that's kind of like a vintage leather. It's black, It's a little thinner though. It works for now, but even as I transition, I would like to have something that I think works really well. This one also has silver hardware, so I don't want the silver hardware. I kind of want something just a little bit more, I don't know, neutral, gold tone maybe, or yeah, just a different vibe overall. So just a couple gaps that I would like to fill. A chocolate suede jacket would be really nice, but I also have this kind of like tannish peanut butter color one, which I think is really cute, but honestly, styling it sometimes can be a little off for me, and I don't know why, but I could be just doing something wrong there with the styling. But that would be nice to get something like a nice chocolate one. And I think that might be it for now. If I come up with some other ones, maybe I might do a part two. But anyway, that is the fall closet edit. You'll see some gems on the screens. You'll see some notes and things. You'll see me ranting in the video like you did. And I will try to just leave anything in the description box linked and whatever other notes that I have for you. And hopefully this helped. Hopefully it gave you something to think about. And ask me any questions you need in the comments. And until next time, bye.